What's going on, everybody? Hell yeah. Okay, let's do it one more time. What's going on? There we go, perfect. Little Broadway trick for y'all. Chase knows. All right, y'all, welcome to the Playlisted Podcast here at the Green Light Bar. I know we got people that have flown in from across the country for it, so we have a great night. Great guests coming up. We do ask that during the talking portions and everything, y'all just kind of keep chit-chat to a minimum, so because we are recording, if you couldn't tell. We have a guest videographer, by the way. We've barely exchanged names, but thank you for being here. Without further ado, y'all, introducing your host of the Playlisted Podcast, Mr. Austin Burke.
How we feeling, Green Light Bar? How you guys doing? All right. It's Memorial Day, so I appreciate y'all coming out. Hopefully we can have a good time and party a little bit. How you doing, bro? You good?
I'm good. I'm wearing baggy jeans for the first time in like 20
years. I saw you walk in with those. You got like Jinkos on?
Yeah, I feel like, I'm ready to go hit the skate park.
Yeah,
for sure. They're comfy. I get it. I'm
trying to stay young, trying to get that riz, right?
I got a good face cream too, so trying to age backwards.
That's how you know you're getting old.
Yeah, it's bad.
Well, I'm very excited about our guest tonight. We've been friends. We were just talking before this. He moved here in 2011, and I moved here in 2013. So we've been here for a minute, seen a lot of changes in the industry, seen a lot of stuff, been through a lot together. He is one of the coolest dudes you'll meet. So everybody give it up for Filmore. What's up, dog?
How's it going, man? I didn't know I could pick my walk-up music. I don't know if I would have picked that, but it's kind of jamming.
What would your walk-up song be? That's actually a good question.
Ooh, I didn't think about that, actually. Come back to me on that.
All right.
It wasn't that, though, I promise.
Man, we got Filmore in the house. He's one of the coolest dudes. And, man, for a long time, I mean, we've been friends forever. I was just telling them you've been here since 2011. I've been here since 2013. And just been seen the industry through so many ups and downs and twists and turns, and so I want to talk a little bit about that. But you recently signed a deal with Pitbull.
Yeah, Mr. Worldwide,
Mr. Worldwide. That's crazy. On the road with him. What's that like, man? Tell us a little bit about Pitbull, and I mean, how did you get this record deal with him and get connected with him?
Yeah, I mean, there's a longer version. I'll give you guys like the cliff notes real quick, but I've been in Nashville, like I said, a while now. Man, it makes me feel old. 2011. But there's crazy twists and turns in my career and all those things that kind of come with it. But when Pitbull came into my life, I was actually opening for Blake Shelton. I think I was in Wildwood, New Jersey at a festival. And Pitbull's manager was side stage because he was checking out the festival to see if Pitbull would be a part of that festival in the future. And I ran off stage. It was like 45,000 people, and I just tried this new song out for the first time. I was about to go on the Brett Young tour. Shout out to Brett Young. And I literally like run off stage. The guy's like, "That was amazing. I'm Pitbull's manager." I'm like, "No, you're not." And I just like took my ears off. I was like walking to the tour bus, and then like the festival owner stopped me. He's like, "No, that's like his manager." And at the time, I was recording a lot of my music in Spanish. My mom's from Colombia, South America, so she moved to the States. Of all places, St. Joe, Missouri, when she was 17 years old. So I went to school on a Hispanic scholarship that my mom wrote for me, but she wrote an essay for me, basically. Nice. But long story short, I ended up meeting Pitbull about a week later, and it was really him, and he wanted to be a part of that USA song. The rest was kind of history from there. I got out of my record deal with Crip Records and was able to sign with him, and we've toured together a few times now, and in June 3rd, I head to Dublin, and I'll be first of three with me, Shaggy, and Pitbull all across Europe.
That's crazy.
So that'll be insane, pretty cool,
dude.
But yeah, that's kind of like, there it is. But Pitbull is exactly who you see online. He's amazing. Nothing bad to say. I mean, he's changed my life for the best. So it's been good.
That's awesome, man. No, I love to hear that. Well, let's definitely talk a little bit more about that. I want to get our first person up here. Before we draw the first name, I'm going to tell y'all a little bit about the show. The show's called Playlisted. Back in the day, a guy named John Marks, who we know very well, ran Hot Country, Spotify, all the playlists, and he put both of us on a playlist that changed our lives forever. And so my goal with this show is to create a playlist for young artists that are coming up that changes their life as well, and the same way that it did for us. So the show's called Playlisted. You come up, we have 6 performers tonight. You're going to sing a song. We're going to give you some feedback based on, we've been here for over 10 years and just anything that we think can help you out, help you grow. And that's kind of the premise of the show. So without further ado, I'll let you draw the first name from the hat here.
Oh, I love the drum roll. Okay, I'm in on that.
Thank you.
I went a little too slow.
No, I got to work on the timing.
Allie Jason. Allie Jason.
Allie Jason, come on up.
All right.
All right. You can just come on right up here. So as Allie gets up here, you can tune up, take your time. We're going to talk for a second. Yeah, man, let's throw it way back for a second. So, like, you moved here from Missouri, right?
Yeah.
Did you come straight here, right from Missouri? Did you go to college anywhere? Or?
Yeah, I went to University of Missouri, and then I graduated from there and moved straight here, probably a couple months after college, yeah. So,
were you always in music, or what was kind of...
I have a voice degree. I went for music scholarship to Mizzou, so I sang opera and did things like that. And
you sang opera?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's cool.
I didn't know that.
It was different.
That's crazy.
I was a fraternity.
You ever bust it out just for fun?
No, it's not. It's not great. I don't... It's, it was a whole thing. But basically, I moved straight to Nashville after that and didn't know anyone here when I moved here. And it was pretty crazy. The town was completely different than it is now. But, and then it's just kind of just grind. I played Broadway, I think, for like 3 months. And I was like, I will be an alcoholic if I play any longer on the strip. That didn't save me. But basically, I got a publishing deal pretty quick after that. And just kept meeting people, meeting artists, and doing things like this and being a part of stuff in town. And then those relationships kept growing, and then all your friends start doing big things, and just how it kind of all happened, I think.
Yeah. Well, that's, and talk about culture, right? Like, there was this culture in Nashville that I feel like is sort of disappearing a little bit, and I'm trying to get that culture back, and that's why it's so cool to see everybody here tonight that's like trying to be a part of something, trying to get your name out there, meet new people, write with new people, that kind of thing. I mean, we were talking about what was it called, South? South on DeMondre. Like, we would go to this place called South. We'd go to, obviously Whiskey Jam, all these things that were like, shoot, I used to play basketball with Sam Hunt at the YMCA. Like,
yeah, that's how it started.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like all those dudes we grew up with, and you got to know them on a normal level, and now it's like people are just blowing up on TikTok, and you don't know anybody. Like, nobody knows anybody.
I know, and then I also think that like those pockets and those things in Nashville are still happening. I'm just not in them.
Yeah, we're also like, no, I know they are. I know they are.
I'm in dad mode right now.
It's a little bit more spread out, though. You know what I mean? It used to literally be like 3 spots.
No,
where everybody was.
Yeah, true.
So, anyways, all right. Well, let's give it up for our first guest of the night, Miss Allie Jason, singing her song "All That Glitters Ain't Gold."
You don't see the evil that lives in me, created by the air I breathe, but I let it all go. And you can't see the part of me that makes me bleed, the part of me that made you leave. I mean, I should know. Mix me up and pour me over some gin. Drink me up until I make the room spill. Put me down and fill it up again for another round. Leave me on ice 'cause you know I'm cold. Forgive my advice 'cause I'm getting old. I might say it twice, but you never know. I've grown a liking to you, and truth be told, glitters ain't gold. But glitters glitters ain't gold. Oh, the glitters ain't gold. I watch my back the moment I start to cry. Keeps me think of me, so worked out with a loving heart. I might be crazy, but in 1, 2, 3, I catch my breath in company, reverting back to all the things we speak of but never show. Mix me up and pour me over some gin. Drink me up until I make the room spill. Put me down and fill it up in a bucket for another round. Leave me on ice 'cause you know I'm cold. Forgive my advice 'cause I'm getting old. I might say it twice, but you never know. I've grown a liking to you, and truth be told, glitters ain't gold. But glitters ain't gold. Oh, the glitters ain't gold. Mix me up and pour me over some gin. Drink me up until I make the room spin. Put me down and fill it up in a bucket for another round. Leave me on ice 'cause you know I'm cold. Forgive my advice 'cause I'm getting old. I might say it twice, but you never know. I've grown a liking to you, and truth be told, glitters ain't gold. But glitters ain't gold. Oh, the glitters ain't gold.
All right, Allie, Jason. Hell yeah. Where are you from, Allie?
Originally Cape Cod, Massachusetts.
Nice.
But I live here now
Hell yeah. How long you been in Nashville?
since last March.
Okay.
About, yeah.
Very cool. What's that song about?
So when I first moved here, I had to work a lot. Like when I lived up north, I was doing full-time music for about 10 years, and I didn't have to have a day job. So like I didn't play nearly as much music as I wanted to, so I kind of went mentally to like a darker place because I kind of need this to survive. But actually, my boyfriend out there, Charles the Individual, oh, thanks, Dean. He's my first healthy relationship ever, so it was shedding a lot of light. Thank you. It was shedding a lot of light on the stuff that I hadn't seen before, or I did but forgot about, just about myself that I felt insecure about. So it's like, you may love me and see me in a certain way, but I might glitter, but I have these imperfections that I'm not happy with. But
For sure.
something like
Yeah,
that,
I think we all do. So that's very profound. I see that your originals are based off of, I've never heard of this, but personal reality as opposed to conceptual writing. So
Yeah.
explain that a little bit.
So, like, I've had some friends before that told me, like, they're Twitch streamers or something, and they write and they do these, like, monthly writing challenges based off of themes or words or something. And I know that, like, a lot of writers that I've met write about concepts rather than something that's personally, like, happened to them or that they're personally thinking about or struggling with at the time. So music is kind of the way that I get through things or process things, so everything I write about is true.
Gotcha. Okay. Very cool. Yeah, that's awesome. I think that's the realest music. You know what I mean? Is like when it's personal to you. That's honestly a lot of artists come in here, and the biggest advice I give them is like, hey, I liked your song, but like I didn't feel like it was you, or I didn't feel like what you said, you know, you believed what you said. And that's, I think, the best artists, if they don't write the song, they take a song that relates to them and make the audience feel like they wrote it. So it's really cool that it's kind of your therapy, right? Like it's how you get through life. That's awesome. What'd you think, man?
I dug it. I dig your voice too. I think it's very cool, very different. I think for me, it was hard to hear some of the lyrics just in general, but that could also just be where I'm sitting, so it's not your fault. But yeah, I definitely kind of get the conceptual value of what you're doing for sure. Do you write stuff? Is that all you work on? Is stuff that's just personal to you? Do you write stuff outside of that? You don't want to be conceptual at all? Is that kind of where you sit?
I used to write with this dude from Muscle Shoals. His name's Jimmy Thrasher. So it was like during the pandemic where I did write for Music Row for a little bit, and he would be like, let's come up with a word that we can get trending. Let's come up with a theme that we can get trending and stuff like that. So I have done it. It helped me grow as a writer, because a lot of the times I used to like, if I can't write this song in 15 minutes, I'm throwing it away. Like I used to do that all the time. But now I take a little bit more time on something that I have.
So you write everything by yourself, mostly?
Yes, except there's some that's out that I wrote with my buddy Shannon MacArthur. He does like the backing music, and I would write the lyrics to it, but the lyrics were still like just me.
Yeah, I feel that. That's awesome. So what you said, you're working a lot, right? What else do you do besides music?
Right now, all I'm doing is music, but I'm also in college right now for forensic psychology.
Okay.
Ooh. So yeah, that's taken up a lot of my time. But last year I randomly went to bartending school just to become a bartender, just to pay the bills and then play the music. But I was bartending way more than I was playing music.
I feel that. Cool. You got anything else to say, man?
I mean, song structure-wise, I felt like the verses weren't too long. I felt like the chorus was a good length as well. I also felt like the melody changes were good. I saw you kind of pick up on the guitar towards the end. You know, you were giving it dynamics as well from a performance standpoint. I thought that was cool. Negative-wise, I just couldn't understand half of it, but that's on me. Voice
it could be on me too.
No,
Sometimes
it's
I get a
all good.
weird accent when I sing, like I'm British, but I'm not.
No,
I don't know why.
it was cool.
I don't know why.
It was a whole vibe. I like the whole vibe.
Yeah, what genre would you say you are? I'm just curious.
I have no idea. I've had people put me in boxes, but then I write something completely different, and they're like, "Oh, I have no idea." Like, I'm doing a show this Thursday where they put me in an Americana category, but I don't know if I would define me there.
I love it.
And then when you perform, usually, are you always using the iPhone in front of you for the lyrics?
I have it here. So that was like a relatively newer song, so I don't have it fully memorized yet. But when I'm performing my own originals, if I like just wrote something, I want to have this here so I can play it.
Got it.
Otherwise, like the cover shows, I have it in case somebody requests something that I don't fully know, but I still want to do it for them, so I just pull it up and figure it out.
For sure.
Hell yeah.
I still felt like the emotion and the love for the song while you were doing it, even with that in front of you, so kudos to you.
I saw you start to like kick a little bit, and like you could start to feel the song come out of you. So I guess my advice is just keep that emotion throughout the entire song, and and through all your music. Just you went to a certain place, I think like halfway through the song, where I could really you didn't care where you were in it. I would just say try to get there as soon as you can. And I know it's hard. You're the first person up, all this stuff, but like that's how you can really like stand out by a million, is just being there from the very beginning. You got the glasses, you got the look, you know what I'm saying? Like you're a vibe already. So.
I don't want people looking into my eyes, Jim Morrison performed with his back to the audience for the first year, I think. So at least I'm facing everybody.
Do you get nervous?
Not normally, but if I'm doing something for the first time, I get nervous, and then after I do it the first time, I know what to expect, and then I'm like, okay,
that's
and then
fair.
I'm fine.
Well, you were the first person on. And you've never done the show, so that's fair.
Yeah, well, because it's like I came up knowing I was being analyzed, and I was like, like. But like, if you know somebody's gonna say something to you after, you're like, like a little more nervous. But if I'm performing out, it's like I just kind of astral project and meditate while I'm playing.
Nice. Yeah, well, I love it. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I wish you the best of luck. Absolutely.
Allie Jason, everybody.
Allie Jason. All right, so you got connected through Pitbull, through his manager. He saw you. So how does this happen? I'm very curious. Like, he sees you. Do you get a call from Pitbull, or does he, like, how does that meeting get set up? You said a couple weeks later.
It was actually 4 days later.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Nothing fast happens in this industry, so it's light speed.
It was crazy. It was a green text because he's on a BlackBerry, so I got a text, and then jumped on the phone, and next thing you know, it was like, I think 10 days later, I had like a gap of time before I had to go back to another festival, and I drove down to Bentonville, Arkansas with my wife, and went and saw him play Walmart Amphitheater. And then we ended up having a meeting there the next day, and we stayed, and it just so happened that Jason Aldean was also playing that amphitheater the next night, but we were still in town, and Hardy and whoever. And so I hit them all up, and I was like, yo, I'm coming to the show. I was like, I got 4 black cars and pulling on the back of the stage. We showed up, and I was like, oh, I brought Pitbull. And then he bartended for everyone, like, backstage, and it just became this whole thing. And then, like, literally that night, he was like, oh, you got to stay and, like, fly with me. So I got pitnapped for, like, 10 days on the private jet and just started, like, flying around. And became super close. And next thing you know, we're just working on music. And, yeah, it was awesome.
That's crazy, man. It's cool, too, how, like, speaking Spanish growing up a little, like, how it all kind of came together, right, in your life. I feel like all that. I didn't know that about you.
I know. I didn't advertise it when I moved here or anything like that. I was just, I'm from Missouri. This is, like, what I do. It's kind of pop, it's country, like here's, and I just kind of always stuck with that. And then when my mom wanted to do some stuff in Spanish, I went in the studio and did that, and it just sort of happened. It was right around that time, so
that's wild. Crazy. That's wild. Well, let's get the next person up here.
Chase and Tyler. Let's go.
All right.
We nailed that one.
So as they get up here, do you see any similarities between country music and, is it Latin music, or what would you describe Pitbull as? What's his genre?
Yeah, it's like it's Latin pop, but also I think it's just like pop music in general.
Yeah.
He kind of he has a Latin record. He kind of just does it all, it seems like. From a country standpoint, obviously he loves country music. And we've listened to records together, just old music like Johnny Cash. Like he just loves. There's certain records he just loves, and so I feel like that was kind of like a touching point for like the lyrical value that country brings in, and all the things that I was kind of doing. I think it kind of just was like, okay, well, I'm Hispanic too, and it just started just kind of branching from there. I've done more Spanish stuff since, but I'm still sticking to like the stuff I love. But yeah, for Pitt, I mean, he kind of is trying everything always. So
yeah, that's awesome, man. I grew up in Arizona and West Coast, went to high school in San Diego, and honestly, all my friends are Mexican. And so one of my best friends started this festival with a couple buddies of mine called the Sueños Festival. And we have conversations all the time about just how similar Latin music and country are, just, all about family and like drinking and togetherness and like having fun. So it is like, I don't know. It is. I'm sure you see like at the shows, like it's the same crowd.
I know it is weird though. Like there's definitely weird pockets, but it has always worked when I've opened shows for them. It's always just seamlessly worked for some reason. Yeah. But I do a lot of up tempo stuff as well. But I mean, yeah, it's. But also like if you think about it, like the parallels between country and Latin and stuff, there's definitely different pockets of Latin music. There's mariachi, bachata. There's all this different type of stuff, and even everyone's doing the reggaeton beat or things like that. It's like. I haven't seen anyone like perfectly blend a Latin country thing yet in this genre or that format that's been super successful that didn't already come from the Latin world.
For sure.
So I think that's still to be seen, but...
Absolutely. No, I completely agree with that. Give it up for Chase and Tyler singing their song Halfway to Sober.
I heard through the grapevine that you're doing just fine. I guess it was me that was dragging you down. Live like an outlaw, the drugs and the alcohol seem to get the best of me now. And I can't change the way I did you wrong, but all I ask of you is don't pick up the phone. 'Cause I'm halfway to sober, thinking it's over. My last call was at 2 a.m. I'm thinking about you, I can't live without you, and I'm hoping you ain't with him. The clock on the wall says time's running out, the bottles are empty just like this old house. Watching the sunrise through the gray skies, and the wind sure feels much colder. I'm halfway to sober. Well, I know that I'm insane for thinking your mind will change, but the truth is I ain't got nothing else. I wish I could think of the words that could show love, but I know that I'm just kidding myself. And I can't help but think that you were right. I probably should've left this sad goodbye, 'cause I'm halfway sober, thinking it's over. My last call was at 2 a.m. I'm thinking about you, I can't live without you, and I'm hoping you ain't with him. The clock on the wall says time's running out, and the bottles are empty, just like this old house. Watching the sunrise through the gray skies, and the wind sure feels much colder. I'm halfway to sober. Halfway to sober. Sober, thinking it's over. My last call was at 2 a.m. I'm thinking about you, I can't live without you, and I'm hoping you ain't with him. The clock on the wall says time's running out, the bottles are empty, just like this old house. Watching the sunrise through the gray skies, and the wind sure feels much colder. I'm halfway to sober. Halfway to sober.
All right, Chase and Tyler. What do you think, man?
I think it's cool, man. Shoot, put me on the spot like that quick. All right.
I'm sorry.
No, but initially, what is it? The line before the hook is the wind is what is it? The wind sure feels much colder. Yeah,
so you can take the mics off so you can talk it so we can hear you.
Yo.
Sorry.
It felt like I felt like the wind. I was like, well, I mean, might as well just make my world feels, it's like make my world feel colder. I like you didn't go closure right there. Obviously closure rhyme right there, but I dig it. I do think you guys could probably do it a half step lower, just so you're not missing that house line on the first chorus. And then obviously if you're not doing two guitars and you have that break right there, it's almost cooler just to go straight into that long chorus hold note that you have before, because that was kind of your bridge. You just did that big long halfway to sober back in. I think you just kind of get there quicker just because that's what you have set up. What do you got?
Yeah, where are you guys from?
Ohio.
Yeah. Talk in unison, sing in unison.
Yeah.
Are y'all brothers, or what's the relationship?
Shit, might as well be.
Yeah. Okay.
Been friends long enough, dude.
Nice. Do y'all harmonize at all, or?
We're
working on it.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. Like,
cool.
Yeah, it's and we were in the studio all day today too, so I'm like exhausted.
Oh no, you're good. I just didn't know. I didn't know if you sang most of your songs in together, if you harmonized.
We just figured we'd blow our voices out all day today, and we just were like, we're gonna play it safe.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
For sure. I could have used some harmony though. I'm with you.
Yeah, a little harmony. And then I dig the song. I thought it was a cool, it felt like a good vibe, good cruising song. What kind of country do y'all say you are? Like, it sounded kind of heavy, or like I could hear some big guitars behind it.
It's like a
country rock.
Country
stuff.
rock, dude.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
more country him, more rock me,
Yeah.
from our backgrounds and stuff. So.
And on the recording, we do have heavy guitars.
I could hear it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was there for sure.
For sure. No, it's a rocking song. Is that one produced? Is that one out? Or
Yeah, that one got produced just this January.
sick.
That's the only song we have out as a group together.
Nice. Yeah. So how long y'all been playing together then?
Almost 10 years.
Yeah.
Writing together.
Writing together, yeah.
Yeah.
What part of Ohio are you from?
He lives in Waynesfield. I'm from Bucyrus, Ohio, which I'm not proud of.
What's wrong with that?
It's one of them towns, dude. You know?
Is it?
Yeah.
What's up with, like, explain that a little bit.
Drugs. That's about it, bro. It's
A lot of stray dogs.
Yeah, I mean, I it's cool. My grandparents still live there, but
Yeah, a lot of pit bulls.
yeah, yeah, dude.
If you don't like where you're from, just say I'm from upstate Ohio.
It's like coyotes.
Upstate Ohio.
sounds fancy.
That's crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
dude, upstate.
Oh shit, that's hilarious. No, I gotta find out a little bit more. But are you from a similar town? Is it?
I'm from a town that only has one stoplight. He's from a town that's got 4, so
Yeah.
just a little different.
Big city boy over.
Yeah.
Well, we live in villages now. I don't live in my hometown anymore.
Yeah.
Really? Y'all live here now?
No, we come down here just for this and the studio session.
Hell yeah! Oh man, well, I appreciate y'all coming down. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was great, man. I think we got to add harmonies. I think just reps. I think reps is gonna fix everything. Obviously, obviously the structure, the rocks there. You guys know what you're doing. The halfway to sober thing for me is I was still trying to define exactly what you were trying to say by that. Whether it's like I'm just gonna stay drunk until I find her, or she comes back, I guess, or
Yes.
is it so I don't want to stay sober?
All the
kind of?
above.
Yes.
I think just in general for me, I think the hook can land a little harder. I think the title's really cool, actually. I think it just comes down to the setup line for me on the whole song. It's just the way you land that. I think that's kind of
For
what
sure, yeah.
makes
I
that
was
song
like,
between like it's obviously rocking and awesome. I would like windows down cruise to that. Like hell yeah, you guys have a cool vibe. Like clearly know what you're doing. But I think what would set that over the edge is a better setup line for that song.
Gotcha.
For sure.
yeah, and do y'all play a lot in Ohio, or are you playing a lot of shows out?
Not really. We're trying though.
Yeah,
We got 2 shows on the books, and that's all we got right now. But this
Okay.
is a whole new endeavor that we're
I
doing
love it,
together.
man. No, I love that you're
Dude, I'm proud of y'all.
Yeah,
Hell
that's
yeah.
awesome. Where? What else y'all do for work then?
I farm. I run a 1,000-acre hay farm with my dad back up in
man.
Ohio.
Nice.
Real country boy. You
Farmer
weren't
wants a
lying.
wife. Farmer wants a wife. Looking for someone.
Yeah.
Next
My wife's
season.
right there.
Oh, never mind.
Hey,
There you go.
Never
farmer
mind.
found a wife.
I guess farmer
Hey,
found
what
a wife.
about you? What do you do?
Construction, man.
Yeah?
That's what I've done for years and years, and
Oh,
yeah.
still doing. I'm trying to put that up though. You know, trying to put that away. And
You wake
just
up
do
at like
music.
3 a.m.
Yeah,
and,
dude.
Damn.
One of them.
Does your wife pack you lunch? Or your girlfriend? Or you got someone to pack
Oh,
you
she's a
lunch?
wife, but no, she don't pack me lunch.
Oh shit! For some reason,
Hey, we've
say
been
she
together.
does, man. No
We've
one's
been
gonna
together
know.
16 years.
You ain't
dude.
gotta be that honest.
16 years.
She's 30. I'm 33. We've been together 16
You
years.
never say her age. What are we doing?
She used to pack my lunch.
Where'd you meet? Where'd you meet her?
Halloween party.
Really?
Damn.
What were you dressed as?
A bum. I don't think I dressed up that year, dude.
Oh, you were that
I was like
guy.
15,
A drug dealer
16. Yeah, dude.
from upstate Ohio.
Upstate.
That's crazy. Well, I'm gonna do something I haven't done. I want to hear the song fully produced, and it might be A-listed.
Okay.
My dog.
Is that the might be? Is that
I
the
didn't really
might
know
be?
what to do with that. Was
It's
that
a
good?
half
Was that good?
A-list. Because I really want to hear the production. Because I think honestly, there you go. I think with harmonies, and we need more duos. I'm all about duos. I don't think there's any duos right now that, I mean, there's a couple, but like, you know, I there's a guy who's gonna play here up next probably. And another guy that are regulars on the show, and I'm trying to get them to be a duo as well. I think there's a huge opening right now in country music for a duo. So I would say work on your harmonies, play out as much as you can, even if it feels like you're just doing it to do it. Like you said, reps, and just keep going. I mean, I think y'all have something cool. It's like halfway there. I'm going to listen to that song produced, and you might see it on the A-list in a couple weeks.
That'd be dope, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice
Yeah.
to meet y'all, man. Thank
Yeah,
you
we
so much for
appreciate
coming
you.
on. Appreciate it. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Dude, appreciate you guys. Thank you. Appreciate it. I did construction too. It sucks. So props to you.
Dude, somehow I got on like, you know how you get on these like weird TikToks where you see, I got on some TikTok where this lady was making lunch for her husband who's a construction worker, and it was like the most fucking insane lunches, dude. I was like, I want this for my lunch. That's why I asked that question. It was crazy lunches,
Like,
dude.
is this
Like,
all of do all the
it was
construction
like-
wives make banging lunches?
Oh, bro, she would make like the most, like just a huge cantina of coffee and then like all this crazy shit. And I don't know, I was hooked on her videos, dude.
Man. I did construction for a while with my uncle, and it was like
Yeah,
I
didn't
quickly
you do
learned.
pools?
I did pool installs. I did like actual construction and stuff like that. And what I learned was like you cannot bring enough food because like the day might
Yeah.
go long. You might not be able to leave.
You
the
look like
site.
you just skate pools now.
Yeah, now I just skate pools with my sick new jeans. $35 on
Fucking
Amazon.
Jinkos, dude.
They're back.
Did you ever have Jinkos growing up?
No, I did not.
No?
No.
Not a Janko
Oh
guy.
man, I went to a little. I talked about this before, but a girl jean phase. Did you ever go through that phase? Come on, you had to have.
Yeah, I mean, my pants were tight. for
Yeah,
sure.
No, I
They weren't girl
legitimately
jeans, though. I mean,
bought.
I saw people with like girl jeans. It was like
Yeah,
skin tight.
no, I
That
bought
was-
girl jeans at
Same.
Old Navy and fucking ripped them.
That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Can I? So the thing with the girl jeans was they have the fancy back pocket, and if you get guy jeans with the fancy back pocket, you're spending like $100. So it's technically fiscally responsible.
Wow, that's some crazy.
That's what I had to tell
that's
my.
some emo
That's
shit.
what I had to tell my dad
That's
when I
some
bought
rough
girl
stuff, yeah.
jeans. I had that whole speech prepared,
His
so he
dad's
would
a
kick me out of the
pastor,
house.
so that makes sense.
And Italian,
All right,
so.
let's we got sidetracked. Let's draw the next name. Actually, you know what? We're not drawing the next name. I told Chase he was gonna be on first and fuck that up. Chase, get on up here.
Chase!
Chase is a regular on the show, which means he gets to come on whenever he wants. And he was our first regular. I'm going to thank Pickers Vodka. We got Pickers Vodka at the bar, $5 shots all show. Be sure to get your Pickers Vodka. We got, if you make the A-list tonight, you have a chance to perform in front of the Big Machine A&R staff. We just did a deal with Pickers Vodka. Big Machine bought Pickers Vodka, and so now the A-list means something, and you get a chance. We had our first show a couple weeks ago down at Big Machine Distillery downtown, and it was awesome. Had some people from the A&R staff there, and 2 performers, and so it's the 3rd Friday of every month, and get a chance to get a record deal. So I'm hoping that happens for one of our A-listers. All right, you ready? Let's get it. Chase, how are you, man?
I'm good.
You're good?
Thanks for having me up. Yeah.
Absolutely. We'll talk. You got some cool shit going on, so we'll talk about
do.
that. But what song you playing for us?
It's a new one called Life I'm Living, or The Life We're Living. I just wrote it, so I don't
Oh,
have a
shit.
name.
That's it. We'll figure out the name of it.
I'll tell you.
All right. Give it up for Chase Saunders, everybody.
This is a true story. Gunshots in the middle of the night. Somebody dumped a magazine in the middle of a fight. I shouldn't be surprised, this happens every damn week. Well, what the hell's a man gotta do to get some sleep? I got that police scanner going and they said somebody died. Been 30 minutes, still no cops at the scene of the crime. Looked out my window, saw him running through the night. Oh my, reached over quick and grabbed my double-stacked knife. She hit the lights, I put her hand in mine. Said, my baby, everything's gonna be alright. But I've been scared to death of this big city living. It's all over my head, I'll take no giving. Baby, what's next? Can we stop pretending to love this life we're living? Too bad everywhere's got that jacked up rent. I don't know how they do it, cause this town's gone to shit. That liquor store across the street got robbed again, but that ain't stopping me from going there for PBR and Zins. Hey baby, why do you stay with me? Cause I'm a broke hellraiser out of Kentucky, and I've been scared to death of this big city living. It's all over my head, I'll take no giving. Baby, what's next? Can we stop pretending to love this life we're living? And terrifying gunshots in the middle of the night. Somebody dumped a magazine, somebody fighting for their life. Guess I should feel blessed with this roof on my head and a damn good woman waking up in my bed. But I've been scared to death. This big city living, it's all over my head. I'll take no giving, baby, what's next? Can we stop pretending to love this life we're living? Thank you.
Very cool. That's a new one, yeah?
Yeah, like a couple weeks ago.
Nice, man. Was you hear some gunshots outside your house or what?
I did, yeah. At my old place that I used to live at. It was like a weekly occurrence there.
Yeah, that's a weekly occurrence at my place too. That's why
Is it?
I'm
Yeah.
moving.
Oh,
yeah.
I know. You've sent me some crazy videos.
Yeah, we're moving on Friday, thank God.
Are you?
Shit's
Yeah.
fucking terrible. Yeah.
That's good.
Day I brought my second son home, there were 6 gunshots outside my house, and I was like, fuck this. Got on Zillow, just put our house up, lost money on our house, and bought somewhere, a little bit better. So.
That's good. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, dude. No, I always love your storytelling. Like, yeah. I personally, I want that hook to bring it all together a little bit more. Mm-hmm. But I love the color in the verses, and I love kind of the color all throughout the song. I just really. Can we stop pretending to love this life that we're living? I wanted it to be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
I've been working on that. Like, I changed that 5 minutes before I drove here.
Really? Yeah, I feel like it's like
been different. It's been several things.
It's like almost there. I don't know if that's
close.
The hook yet.
Yeah, I agree.
But I kind of love everything else but the hook. Is kind of my thought.
All right, good.
Yeah, I dig it. I feel like conceptually you're pigeonholing yourself into one situation. So if I'm a listener, we're talking like mass appeal, I guess, if we're going to go that direction. Not that that's what you have to write for at all. But if I was going that way with it, I would be like, I wish at the bridge, instead of bringing back the first verse and all that imagery, which was awesome, I wish you would harp on what you love more than the life you're living currently. So if you don't like the city, and that's the issue in the whole song, then maybe we harp on the fact that the country way is way better in the bridge, or maybe that helps with the setup in some way, if that's where you're going with it. I feel like then you have all, let's go, every redneck's like, hell yeah, I love this life better than that anyway, that kind of thing. Maybe it brings it more home conceptually. But yeah, great imagery, great voice. It sounds hitty. I feel like it sounds similar to something else. I can't put my head on it, but that's always a good thing. Cool. So yeah, good shit, man.
Awesome. Yeah, you nailed it. I was just trying. I couldn't think of how to like get that hook, but maybe it's something like just got to get me back to that country living or something. Like something that's getting you back to the country, like because you're you can talk shit about everybody. There's tons of songs about hating the city, for sure. But like you said, get back to the country, or how are you going to get back to the country, or why are you going to get back to the country? Those types of questions you need to land the hook on. So
I like that.
But tell us a little bit. Sorry, go ahead.
No worries. I was just going to say the bridge. Like I kind of got lazy and I just put the first verse in again, because I finished writing this right before I went on the road with my friends, and I was like, I need a good opener. I got a good closer. I need a good opener. And so I just kind of wrote this on a drive. And it has been working. It's been kind of working, but it's not all there yet. I still don't feel comfortable singing it. So I'm just like, I figured I'd play it tonight and get some feedback, some free feedback. Yeah.
No, that's great, man. Great playing on the guitar too, man. Great pick.
No, Chase is. That's my favorite part about Chase is he comes on here and he tries stuff and gets feedback and like takes it in. He's not somebody that gets like offended if he wants that feedback. Mm-hmm. So it's cool to have him. So you're on tour right now. How's that like, dude? Is it weird?
Yeah, it's terrifying and super exciting all at the same time.
Just different city every day, or?
Yeah, we've done Chicago, Louisville, Kentucky, Lexington, Kentucky, and then we went to my hometown, Newport, Kentucky, and then we go to Indiana, we go to Charlotte, and Decatur, Georgia.
Nice, man. Are y'all in like a van or bus, or how you traveling?
Yeah, in a van. We're all riding in the same van.
Wow,
together.
That's crazy. Hotels, or are you sleeping in the van?
Yeah, we're doing Airbnbs.
Nice.
I guess the venues or their label or somebody pays for it. So
Nice. And it's Sons of Habit, right?
Sons
Your
of
hat you got on? Nice, dude.
We've been having a blast, man. It's road life in its truest form. I mean, going in the van at least, maybe not the sleeping arrangements. Those are kind of better. But the playing in front of sold-out audiences, I've never done that before. We've already had 3 sold-out shows on the road, and they've been insane.
That's amazing, dude.
The videos look
Chase.
sick. Awesome, man.
So Chase is, literally came on the show. He was on the first episode, blew me away, and has like been working and had a couple songs, and now he's got a few more, and now he's opening up for Sons of Habit on the road, and it's cool to see like somebody kind of take this show in and like want to learn and grow, and now you see the benefits happening. And I'm not saying it's from this show, but you've definitely like grown as an artist right before our eyes, and it's really cool to see. No,
this
it's
show's
cool.
helped me a ton. Yeah,
I appreciate that.
That's why I keep bringing all these songs on here, because I just the feedback helps so much.
Absolutely.
I hope everybody else can get that same sort of vibe by coming on here. I mean, the thing that you're doing, your goal of just helping artists out, helping independent artists out, is really, it's working for me. I'm hoping it's working for everybody else that's been on this show too. But it's definitely helped me out.
Thank you.
How much did you pay him?
I was just gonna say, I'll Venmo you in a minute.
Oh shit!
Thanks, Dean.
Are you opening solo acoustic?
Solo acoustic.
Solo acoustic. So as Decatur, Georgia, Eddie's Attic.
Eddie's Attic.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Should be fun.
Very cool.
He's been everywhere.
No, sorry. That's awesome, man. Congratulations. Those are good rooms.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. Good feedback too from the crowd. You know pretty quick if you got one or not. Hell yeah. Well, dude, so nice to meet you.
Yeah.
You too.
Give it up, Chase Saunders, everybody.
Thanks for
Good
having
to
me.
see you, brother.
You too, man.
I'm gonna take a quick second and thank our second and last sponsor, the Picker app. If you guys are in the crowd, go to the App Store, download the Picker app, Pickr. It's a community of people. Basically, you go on there. If you need to find a recording studio, you need to find a bass player, you need to find a drummer, you need to find a sax player, whatever it is, you go on there, you can find your team, book your sessions at studios, get your songs recorded. I'm working with them right now to try to get some artists that are on the show, their songs recorded. I know it's really expensive to have your songs recorded. Money's hard. It's hard to get your songs out there and get them recorded. So we're working together to make that happen for some artists. So download the Picker app. All right, talking about touring a little bit. You're going on a European tour with Pitbull and Shaggy, which is awesome. What city are you most excited to see and go to, experience?
Oh, it's tough. Probably Sweden, just because I hadn't been. But basically, right before COVID, or as COVID was hitting in 2020, I was on the C2C festival, so country to country, and we had done Berlin, we had done Hamburg, Frankfurt. We were on our way to the O2 Arena in London, and then the travel ban hit, and we had to travel over the night and went back to New York, and then it was over. And so I hadn't been back to Europe since. Actually, I went back, and I think I played like a couple shows in London, but I think what I'm most excited to do is finally play the O2 Arena. And we'll play it twice.
Gonna be insane,
we'll play it twice in like 2 weeks. So
damn,
I'm excited for that. I'm only playing a few songs, but just the experience. And I've toured all over the U.S. I've played a show in every single state. I've kind of done a lot of bucket list venues and things I've always wanted to do here. So having the opportunity to do that in Europe is going to be really cool. So I'm excited. Yeah,
what's the European, or what's just outside of the U.S.? What is it like touring overseas, and even just like in Canada, Mexico, maybe? Have you done any of that?
I've done Canada and Mexico. I've done it all. But the European one, I only got to experience it in pockets, and I've only done it fly over, and then there's X amount of dates. But it's been like we've always just like flown from venue to venue depending on how their travel was. On this one, we're on a double-decker tour bus, so we'll do the thing.
That's sick. So you get to experience the city a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, and I think I'll also probably be like traveling separately and kind of doing my own thing a little bit on the side too, because like I said, I won't have to play that much. But also, we're doing this Pitbull experience thing, which is this huge tailgate outside, and I get to be a part of that at the beginning, kind of helping them, help do some viral moments and things like TikToks and things like that that can help with the whole process. But with everything and how packed it is, there's thousands of people outside the venue too for those type of things, so I can test new music out, no different than something like this, which is awesome.
That's awesome.
And then go inside and do my thing, so do the songs that we're trying to blow up and things like that. So
and you get to actually meet the people out there. That's probably where you're gonna make the fans, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, and so I'm excited. I'm actually super excited for the Pitbull experience part. Yeah. So I've done that in the past, but I'm excited to be on the main stage. But also, that really is what builds the fans.
Oh yeah,
you know, on a smaller level. So
keep that thought. Let's draw our next name. Right? Got to pronounce it the right way. Oh. Here it's Jeanne. Actually, it's just Kelley Jeanne. Come on up here.
Oh, can I try to say that?
Yeah. Try to say it.
Colo Petro. Was that right?
I don't know.
Okay.
There you go. Perfect. Let's go.
I'm going to Italy soon, so I've been practicing.
Oh, that's awesome. So, all right, you've opened up for tons of artists, and I'll let you say who those artists are. But for artists that are out in the crowd right now, or maybe watching the show on YouTube, you have a song, you have 2 songs, whatever, blow up. All of a sudden, you're on tour with a major artist. You're opening up the show. First of all, do you have any advice for your experience, things you did right, things you did wrong? And then what is that experience like, being on your first ever tour, if you can take yourself back to that moment and opening up for, who was the first artist you opened up for, big time?
First headlining tour I opened up was Michael Ray in 2016. First arena was just me and Sam Hunt. Then I did Chase Rice for a year, did Walker Hay. I didn't do these people. That sounds crazy. I opened these shows. Jesus.
Yeah, who else did you
I don't know what type of show this is now. Opened all these shows up. Brett Young. The list goes on and on. Obviously, all the festivals and the people you open for. But yeah, it's. I think when you first move here, obviously you find the people that you work with and you try to kind of build it up. For me, touring was a huge part of what built my career. Things were different too. It's before TikTok too. So playlisting was even way more prominent of a factor that happened in both our lives. And utilizing those moments and even things going viral on playlists like Spotify and being viral in the world definitely helped change the trajectory of opening those shows. So I became an opener for people that were selling decent clubs out because my song was popping off at the time. And it's no different than what happens on TikTok and stuff now, but that was just the avenue that I had and was able to access. And then you leverage everything as you build forward, and you kind of just keep your head down and you keep working, and hopefully it works. And luckily, certain things worked, certain things didn't, and then you just adapt and you keep moving. I mean, that's kind of how this industry works.
Yeah. What would you say to an artist though? Like they get their shot to open up for Luke Bryan. Like, is there anything that you fucked up on that they might screw up on? Like, is there any tips or tricks you can tell them specifically for the show day?
Oh, that's tough. I think just being prepared. I mean, at the end of the day, like, I feel like there's so many people that are going to get opportunities that are going to mess it up because they're just underprepared. They think that they have it all set up, and I think that's where reps really come into play. And I think from a live touring aspect, you have to be able to manage anything on stage. That first arena I opened for Sam Hunt, like, I was just learning my touring package and building out like my in-ear rig and all the things that come with touring. And everything you want to run smoothly, and everything's not going to go that way sometimes. So I didn't have a backup lead mic, so my mic dropped because of all the people in the building, and I had to run to the bass player's mic and use that. But it's just being able to adapt on the fly, and I feel like not expecting the best thing every single time is a great expectation to have when you're playing those shows, because how you adapt and how you act in that moment is going to make or break who you are as a live performer.
For sure. No, I think too, a lot of people are like, oh man, there were only like 2 people in the crowd, or there were only 10 people in the crowd, or whatever it is. But it's like when you're playing, I'll speak for both of us. Like when you're playing big shows, there are literally 10 people in your sight. You can't see past that, right? So if you can win over 10 people that are there, you're going to be able to win over, the 20, 30, 40,000, right? Like, but it comes in multiples, and your career comes in multiples. But like, if you can just focus on winning over those 10 people, I feel like Garth Brooks always says this, like he picks somebody, he keeps the lights on in a show very bright. Like it was weird. I went to a show, I was like, feels like a rehearsal or something. But he picks somebody in the top row and he says that he performs to them every single night. And it's because if he can perform to them, if they're having a good time, then everybody else will be having a good time. So anyways, that's enough rambling from us. Let's give it up for the real talent, Miss Kelley Jeanne, singing her song Get Out.
Woo!
You should have known not to lie to me. Last time I checked, I don't wear a size C. Who do you really take me for? Why do you have to be such a man whore? You had the world in your hands, but you threw it away for a one night stand. Remember your truck's in my drive. Better tell me how many times you lied. I'm done messing around. Her name's been spread throughout this town. You can keep your cigarettes and beer. Go fix that nasty mullet hair. Do you ever leave that couch? You know what? Just get out of my house. Why did I take you home to meet my mama when all you do is cause so much drama? Why did I waste all this time on you? I'm keeping the dog, he treats me better than you do. You had the world in your hands, but you threw it away for a one night stand. Remember your truck's in my drive. Better tell me how many times you lied. I'm done messing around. Her name's been spread throughout this town. You can keep your cigarettes and beer. Go fix that nasty mullet hair. Do you ever leave that couch? You know what? Just get out of my house. I'm not gonna shed any tears, so get your lazy ass out of here. Remember your truck's in my drive. Better tell me how many times you lied. I'm done messing around. Her name's been spread throughout this town. You can keep your cigarettes and beer. Go fix that nasty mullet hair. Do you ever leave that couch? You know what? Just get out. I said it once. Just get out of my house. Just get out of my house. Thank you.
Miss Kelley Jeanne. All right. Is that song about somebody specific?
Yes.
Nice.
But I wrote it with my friend Cheryl Hale, and we were just eating pizza, drinking wine, talking about men. Do you know that Facebook group, Are We Dating the Same Guy? Kind of too. Like, so we take our experiences, those experiences, but yes, it is about someone specific. Not about Chase. This is Chase, and he's an angel baby, and he would do that to no girl. But.
Oh, man. So what, who's this guy? I mean, you don't need to say his name, but tell us a little bit more about him.
But you can.
If I get A-listed, I will. Just kidding. No, it was just, a relationship that went bad, and it was something that writing songs is a little bit cheaper than therapy. I mean, I do both, but it kind of has worked out in the way, like I played this at a songwriters round once, and someone came up and it's like, you seem really mad. And I was like, I was mad, but now I'm okay. So.
Nice. So have you been singing for a long time, or?
I've been singing since I was little with my mom in church, but and she always wants me to write songs about Jesus, and I do still sing in church. And my mom's like, "Can you write a song about Jesus? Like, what's happening here?" But I stopped singing when I went to the University of Pittsburgh, and I got my degree in chemistry and mechanical engineering. So I kind of do some science stuff too. But singing is my passion. I love it. I love to write. I love everything about it.
Very cool. It says you're born in Italy.
Yes.
Where did you grow up? In Italy?
My dad was in the military, but I was born in Naples, Italy, during the World Cup. So he had to steal a car at the time to get my mom to the hospital. But it was a fun story. But yeah, he's like, don't tell anyone.
He stole a Vespa?
Probably.
Damn.
It's very romantic, very Italian.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, it felt kind of like a joke song. Like, was it meant to be kind of tongue in cheek?
Kind of. It was meant to be fun. That's kind of how I get over things, is by kind of making a joke about it. People say I sweep things on the rug, and I do sometimes, but kind of this song was really fun, and I want people to know that they're not alone and they can have it's okay at the other side.
Gotcha. Did you, are you from the South? Like, you have a weird accent. I
No,
can't really
I'm like
figure out.
from everywhere. I don't know. My dad was in the military, so I grew up everywhere. I think when I was little, I just like kind of, wherever I lived, I kind of tried to pick up on where I was. And so I think I got everything from everywhere. Texas, upstate New York, Pittsburgh. So basically Ohio, we're like cousins. So
Yeah.
Right?
Gotcha.
And, yeah, so just everywhere.
Yeah, there were a couple lines where you're like, "Get out of my house." I couldn't figure out
I felt it.
what the I don't know. What's your genre? Would you say?
I would like to say country grunge, but I think,
Crunge?
I know, yeah, crunge.
I like crunch.
I think like country rock, country. I think I really just write about what's happening in my life and what's happening around me, and so I guess maybe that's what country's all about, like the 3 chords and the truth. Isn't that what they say?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. What do you think, man?
I think naturally, okay, it was cool. Very different. And I felt the tongue-in-cheekness and the use of man whore. But also, like, girls can get away with a lot of that stuff. But I also feel like maybe we try a different word there. It might make it more easy to use or palatable for some people. But at the same time, like, I get the style you're going for. So I think where I sit, for me, it's a lot of times I'm going to analyze it as if it's, like, something for the radio or just the writer type of thing. So in this situation, like, I need to get out of my own way. I do feel like the chorus felt like one long text. I felt like you were reading a text you sent to that person, which is actually kind of cool in a weird way.
That could be social media. You could
if I did a video to it, I'd be like, it's almost like you're singing the text you just sent to this dude.
And then the dude responds, K.
Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like those ones on TikTok where it's like the golf joke. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, I feel like it's cool. I feel like I also kind of wanted to end with Get Out instead of Get Out of My House. It's like, your shit's still in my house, get out. Like, hold the get out. Maybe flip it somehow, like right there. Maybe I kind of wanted to like... But then again, it was just like one long text. So I was like, maybe that's the vibe. And honestly, like, there's so many ways I can go. So I think lyrically, I definitely understood what you were trying to do, and I definitely like get it. That guy sucks. But yeah.
I think I'm with you. Yeah, like for commercial, like if it was a commercial, it's definitely not like a commercial. Like you're not gonna hear that song on the radio. I don't. You know, it's.
Never know.
I mean, maybe you are.
Sabrina Carpenter is the queen of that stuff.
I mean,
shit. It's just like, however, yeah.
I guess, yeah, you're
it's
right.
Hard to hear how to produce it or like.
Yeah.
There's so many different ways with that song.
It felt a little like corny, cheesy, being truthful, but it's like if that's what you're going for, I did laugh. So it's like,
yes,
you know, it maybe like brings light to a shitty situation, and I think that's what you're going for. So I think you did it right. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, there's so many songs right now that I am not listening to, but like I hear, and it doesn't make sense how. I'm not saying that's this. I'm saying there's a lot of songs that like don't make sense to me that are crushing. So it's like,
for sure.
We're probably not the target demographic for that song.
Definitely
I'm
not.
Sure.
Yeah, there's definitely.
But we get it, and it was Yeah.
Yeah. Who's your inspiration? Would you say? Who do you look up to?
I would say Gretchen Wilson and the Cranberries, and I mean a little bit of
that's
Alice in
cool.
Chains, like my favorite band.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, that's awesome. All right, is there anything exciting that we should know about your life?
Exciting? I have a Jeep, and it causes me so. Yes, okay. I have. Would you like a duck?
Oh my gosh, you just have that on you? That's crazy.
This is really a thing.
That's the most Jeep driver thing I've ever seen in my life.
You guys have a pink hat too.
That's been in your pocket this whole time?
I have a whole box of them. I don't know. I just travel with them. We do.
I love that.
You're the fucking culprit of this.
Yeah. You are the Jeep duck girl.
You're the person for these goddamn ducks all over Jeeps?
I'm sorry. No, I'm actually not. I
Okay.
won't put a Jeep on a duck if it doesn't have have a duck already in it, but people do bring ducks to my shows.
What is
And
that?
I give out ducks at my shows.
What is it?
It's called Duck Duck Jeep, and people just really, I don't know, it just brings a little bit of light.
You haven't
to
seen
people's
ducks
lives.
across the dashboard of Jeep
No, I
Wranglers?
do. I
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
it. I don't understand it. It
I know.
makes no sense. There's the claw.
Oh my God, you haven't.
That's so nice.
Where
of
are you
you.
keeping
Thank you.
these?
I don't have a Jeep, but
You can just have one. Why not?
I'll
There's
be
like-
straight up. You've been ducked.
I love it.
That's very nice of
amazing.
you. I'm gonna keep it right here. You're very sweet.
Very.
Yeah. You're.
Yeah. And I like the
it's not-
rasp in your voice when you sing. That's
Thank
very
you.
cool.
I appreciate
It's
that.
not just the duck. It's like you somehow pull that song off, and I feel like it's. I mean that in a way like not many people. If somebody else came up and sang that song, I would be like, I don't know what that was, but like, I don't know. It weirdly like it was your personality, and it was a text. It was a text.
Which could be a whole cool thing. I mean,
Yeah.
just stay you. I mean, whatever you're doing, you're doing something in a whole different lane too. Which
She's got
I'm all
another
about.
duck.
So
Oh my gosh,
Say it in the mic. Here, you can come up here. You can come up here.
you're in it now.
All right, say I don't know what the duck is going on. So come here. Okay, this is your most special duck.
This is my most special duck because it's about letting your little light shine.
Wow.
Wow.
Let your light shine.
That
is
great.
amazing. And she's got banana pepper spray. So when you get pepper sprayed,
love
you
you.
get pepper sprayed by a banana.
Ah, why is this delicious?
Slip on the peel and get pepper in your eye. Double whammy.
Wow.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Yes, Kelley, Jeanne, everybody.
Very cool guitar, by the way.
Nice.
Is that a Taylor?
Oh yeah.
I've
A
only
nice
seen them in the magazines.
duck moment.
Yeah, nice. There's an AI generated video that's like POV you get in an accident in your Wrangler, and it's just full of ducks flying everywhere. It's pretty good.
terrible.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's terrible. All right, so so you are now a dad.
Oh yeah. Same as you, man. Yeah, congratulations to you, man.
Yeah, thank you, man. What's been the best part about being a dad so far for you?
I think it taught me how to slow down a little bit, and I just hadn't done that in a very long time. So I've appreciated like the side of me that I've found since having a kid. And everyone always tells you all those things, and I think it just has to happen to you for you to ever really fully understand it. And yeah, man, it just I completely kind of changed my life and the way I kind of did things, and it brought me a lot of blessings, and it's been a good thing. And I've had more time to be home while doing that, and yeah, I couldn't be happier, honestly. It's cool.
He's so cute too. I saw some photos and stuff. You said he's going to turn 1 in Paris.
Yeah, so we're gonna bring him on the tour, and he'll be turning 1 when he's in Paris. So.
That's crazy. You got to take him by the Big Ben and all that.
Yeah,
not Big Ben. What's it?
That's
Not
London.
what is
Eiffel
it
Tower.
called? Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel
God,
Tower.
I'm getting them mixed up. That'll be sick, dude.
Yeah, I'm excited. So hopefully it doesn't get used to that. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a good first
Yeah,
birthday.
jeez.
All right, well, let's get we got 2 more names in here. Let's keep it rolling.
Riley Lemons, please come to the stage. Don't mess up. Thank you.
So you said he's allowed you to slow down a little bit. I mean, you are one of the hardest working people, and I was super excited to have you on because I've known you for a long time, and we've always kind of been in the same circles. And you know, one thing I really admire about you is like you've taken every aspect of your career head on, and you basically, you know how to do it all, right? Like obviously you have a manager, obviously you have a publisher, obviously you have all these things now, and all these things that all these artists are trying to get, a record deal, all these things. But at one point when I knew you, you did all of it on your own, every piece that you now have a person for. And I want you to explain a little bit about that, because I think everybody moves to town and they're like, I got to get a manager, I got to get a publishing deal, I got to get a record deal, I got to get this, I got to get that, I got to have this person work for me, I got to get a social media manager, I got to get a developmental team. Like, you did it all on your own. Explain that. Like, explain that process.
Yeah, dang. Maybe it's a little bit being headstrong. I mean, I think a lot of things. I came into it when I moved to Nashville. You know, everyone says record deal, all those things. It wasn't really what I wanted to do. I saw people doing that, and then you see the deals on the table and how those can affect your life. And people kind of look at the shiny number up front. They don't look at the back end and how that can affect you and whether you're going to renegotiate that deal or even have a chance to. And will you ever get your songs back or those masters and things like that? So I think for me, it was building out like, what is my sound? Who am I as an artist? Let's figure that out first. Forget everything else. Then it's like, who will I meet out here that will help me elevate that and become better at being a writer and being a performer? Okay, let's figure that piece out. Then the other pieces should start coming to you if you're doing those things successfully at the highest level or at a level that's competitive. And I feel like for me, that's what kind of happened at that time. And there's a lot of luck involved, but you can only really have that luck if you put yourself in the position to have it. And I feel like all I did was try to network and be in those situations. And it was like, all right, well, you're hungover, you're too tired to go do this. You just went out and did all this. It's like, you just never say no to those moments because you never know who you're going to meet. You never know what's going to happen that night. And there's too many opportunities in this town to just be chilling at home. I think you got to be out. You got to be doing things, at least at that time. Now you have TikTok and things like that. But I feel like really building it and then learning everyone's position. So like once you start touring, it's like I know exactly how to build my entire stage. I know exactly how everything works. Like, you know, you purchase those things so you don't rent them. You start learning the business in a smarter way instead of just doing things because someone told you that's how it's done. Whenever someone says, and their answer to you is, hey, well, why are we doing this way? Well, that's just the way we do it. Well, that's just the worst answer. And labels will do that, all that. If you can't give you a real answer or explain something to you, there's clearly something that's not maybe the best for you in that circumstance to be the best artist or writer that you can be. I think you need to push the envelope and you need real feedback. And you need real people that are going to actually push that envelope with you. And then, you know, rising ship raises all tides, or rising tide raises all ships. And I feel like if you build the right thing around you at that time, I think it will help elevate. And I feel like that's how my life went. Everyone's story is different. There's a million ways to do it. That's just how that kind of went. That was very long-winded, but
no, I love that, man. That's so informal for all these artists. So I appreciate that. All right, well, let's give it up for Riley Lemon's singing her song "Rear View."
There we go.
Double barrel, double wide, underneath the kudzu vine, carrying the sins of her father. Come home too drunk to drive and looking for another fight. She'd steal his keys and head out of the holler. Met a boy on the county line, he went too far. A summer night, believed that love was everything he taught her. Cover up, conceal, deny, and hide the bruises, bloodshot eyes. She took off, ran like hell, then ran farther. I don't know where I'm going, but I know that I can't stay. So she kept on driving till that rear view reflection went away. Mama left when she was 5. She don't know if she's still alive. Been 15 years and never thought to call her. Searching for what feels like home when pain is all she's ever known. Running from the ghosts that still haunt her. I don't know where I'm going, but I know that I can't stay. So she kept on driving till that rear view reflection went away. Got called home one fateful night and gained some wings, could finally fly, felt peace that death had finally brought her. Sunset was full of life and shining through the kudzu vines, tombstone red from someone's loved daughter. I don't know where I'm going, but I know that I can't stay. So I kept on driving till that rear view reflection went away.
Hell yeah.
Miss Riley Lemons. Oh, was it my mic that was causing that? Oh, sorry.
Rookie mistake, man.
Yeah. Very cool. Tell me a little bit about you. Where are you from?
I'm from Northern California, like middle of nowhere, 2 stop signs.
Wow.
1,200 people.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Like Jon Pardi, where he's from?
I actually went to college like 15 minutes from there, so yeah, pretty much.
Real cowboys. That's awesome. And cowgirls. So tell me a little bit about that song. Is it a true story? Tell me a little bit about it.
That song was kind of an accident. Like, I wrote it about one of my good friends that passed away and was trying to hit kind of on depression. And when people let it get out of hand, where you think they're the happiest person in the room and you're not looking on the inside. So I wrote that song and went into the studio the next day and cut it, and we released it.
Very cool. Yeah, I thought it was a cool song. I want to give you just a little thing that I heard, and maybe you can explain it. But you said in the chorus, I don't know where I'm going, and then it was she don't know where she's going.
I heard the same thing.
Yeah, and I guess
But then in the last
was that on
chorus,
purpose?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
on purpose. Like,
Okay.
so,
The last chorus you do all eyes though.
yeah, so
On that tombstone, it was all eyes.
yeah, it's kind of like reading it from her point of view, if that makes any sense.
Gotcha. So I don't know where I'm going. So I guess my only advice was like maybe on those first 2, it's like she don't know where she going. Yeah. She,
Actually, I don't know if you do the she. I thought the same thing, and then I was thinking like, and I can't remember what the pre was, but it's a quick fix. She said, "I don't know." Like,
Yeah,
that's
I think
a quote
that
at the
honestly,
top.
I think that's how it's recorded.
Gotcha.
Okay. If she said, "I don't know where I'm going," then it's like, okay, here's the quote. Now we just finished it out with.
Yeah, and I was
she
saying
can't stay.
It
or
could be
whatever.
both. It could be both too. Like you could start with she, and then the last one's super cool because you realize the song's about you.
Yeah.
It's the I.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know. there's different.
You're
ways.
right. No, we
but
were
yeah,
both thinking the exact same thing. I was like,
maybe. Yeah. That
just
was
the tense switch was a
Yeah,
little.
yeah. Just that's like the only thing that I heard. Just as a songwriter, I always pick up on the tenses. I actually think I just screwed. I'd recorded a song on Friday and I fucked up the tense, and I'm like, oh my god.
Sometimes it's like songs you love and you don't realize that you messed it up. Sometimes
Oh,
people
dude, I
miss
gotta
that.
go fix it. It's so frustrating.
It's the whole thing. But
So all right. So how long you been in Nashville?
I've lived here officially a month.
No way.
yeah.
Very cool. How you like it so far?
I love it. I was coming down here like 4 nights a week. I got a writer's round down here that is actually here on Thursdays, which is kind of cool.
Okay.
So,
Wait, where were you coming down from?
Western Kentucky. I ended up in Kentucky.
I was about to say from California.
No.
4 nights a week. What do you got, a Pitbull PJ or what?
jeez.
Yeah, I was living in Central Kentucky for a while. Was out here on a volleyball scholarship, and then COVID hit, and the world paused for a while. And
Wow.
moved down to Western Kentucky, and moved here a month ago.
So you played volleyball growing up?
Yeah, no, I was a 4-sport athlete, but it's not saying much when you're a graduating class that's 40. So, I mean.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But it
It
was
says
cool.
something. But you got a scholarship, so.
Yeah, no, it turned out
What
cool.
other sports did you play?
Basketball, softball, and cheerleading. And I was bookkeeper for the football team. because my
hell
brother was
yeah.
on it. Yeah.
That's
important.
crazy. Very cool, very cool. So, all right, what's your thought on Nashville so far as like a whole? Are you enjoying it? Are you not enjoying it?
I like it, but I suck at driving here.
Oh, really?
Yes, I got backed into in front of Tin Roof and was just like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, damn.
You're
Damn.
not the first to get backed into in front of Tin Roof.
yeah, it was terrible.
Dean likes to get backed into just.
Back in the day, there was a time.
Okay.
What are your thoughts, man?
I would A-list that song.
A-listed, baby.
Boom.
Boom. Very cool. You made the A-list. Yeah, I'm with you, man.
I don't know if I was allowed to do that.
100%
Yeah,
you
okay.
are. Yeah, you
Sounds
can do
like,
whatever
yeah.
you want, bro. No, that was a really. I like the story of it, and I like that it was true to you. And
It had cool lyrics. I mean, that opening verse is great lyrics.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I was locked in. That
I saw the whole thing.
first 100%, and very clear. Your voice was very clear. Guitar playing was cool.
Yeah, picking pattern was cool.
Yeah.
It
You
all,
deliver
it all
it
fit
well.
well. Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So, do you do anything else besides music? Do you have any other jobs or?
I work here.
Oh
A
yeah.
bartender.
Okay.
Yeah.
shoot.
Go.
You're a bartender.
Round of
Yeah.
shots on her.
So funny. So I think you've only bartended like one time that I
Yeah.
was here. So I text everybody like the details on the show, and I saw that I had like sent her a cash out for some money for a tip one night, and I was like, did I do that on purpose? Like I didn't know, I didn't realize, I didn't put it together. So
Well, I walked in and you were behind the bar, and then I like grabbed all the forms, and then you were standing by a guitar, and I was like, maybe she's just behind the bar for fun, and now I get it.
Yeah, it was not for fun. It was like 30 minutes
Nice.
of work and then this. So
Hey, not a bad way to end your shift.
Well, I appreciate you coming on and wanting to be a part of the show, and keep going, keep writing. You know, stay true to yourself and writing songs that mean something to you. But if you write with that kind of color, I think you have a bright future here. So keep
Thank y'all. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for having me out.
Absolutely. We got a lot of fans here. A lot of regulars at the bar. They're wanting some free drinks from you. Nice to meet you. Thank you so much. You got some regulars that were cheering real loud that want some free drinks now. Oh, man. All right, so besides Pitbull, who is the most famous person in your phone?
Yeah, Lady Gaga. No. Shoot. That's wild to even think about. Jimmy Butler.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Damn.
He's doing country music, right?
Yeah, we've written a lot of songs together, actually.
Okay.
Is he a cool guy?
Yeah, he's awesome. He flew me to Amsterdam for like 10 days.
Oh,
and,
my God.
He had put me in this magazine. He put me in GQ. It was like his favorite artist at the time. So we started working on teaching him how to write country music, and he's phenomenal.
Is he going to put out some music?
He's working on it. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, he's Breland's been doing a lot of stuff with it, and we went down and did stuff for that Netflix series. I didn't make the cut, but I was there for the Fast Five or whatever.
I was gonna say, when we had Heath Warren on here,
Yeah,
I was
so-
like sitting there watching it. I'm like, is that Heath and Jacob?
Yeah,
with
so
Jimmy
Heath and
Butler?
them made it on there, but I did the exact same session. They just chose that session instead of mine.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
So
Heath is on next week, actually.
That's awesome.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
he's the man.
Yeah, you should ask him. Him and I were me and Heath were in a Lifetime movie together, a Hallmark movie together.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
You were in a Hallmark movie?
Yeah, I just acted as me. I just walked in the studio and kicked like a TikToker out of the studio. But he was he was with me. It was me, him, Will Weatherly, I think Eric Van Hout. We all like walked in and like kicked the guy. Like we had like a couple lines, and we sat there all day just to do this thing in this movie. It's on Hallmark. It's on whatever. You can look it up. I think it's called Just Jake.
Just Jake?
Just Jake.
Yeah, I think we're in the first 7 minutes.
Dude,
You can find me and Heath and all this tonight.
tonight.
my wife's dream is to be in a Hallmark movie.
Hey, man.
I'm like,
It's not all
that's
it's
such a
cracked up to
weird
be.
dream.
A lot
I feel
of
like we
sitting
can make
around.
it happen.
I bet it can happen. Yeah, easy.
That's wild.
So yeah. pretty
Damn.
crazy.
All right, well, Jimmy Butler. Shout out
Jimmy
Jimmy
Buckets.
Butler. Jimmy Buckets. Let's get the last name out of the hat here. We got one more.
Marcus Crip.
Marcus Crip.
Is that right?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. Close
How do
enough.
I say it?
Close enough.
Crip?
And we
Crip.
still, I
Marcus
know-
Crip.
Marcus Crip. Hell yeah.
See, I got it right now.
Marcus Blood.
He's never heard that before.
Yeah, you have some music coming out. You got the tour. What's the plan for the rest of the year? You got some music coming out?
Yeah, I've been working on a lot of music over the last 2 years. Usually I release a lot of music like fast, but sometimes just when you're switching, record labels, and there's a lot of pieces that move, and the business side of it can really get in the way, I think, a lot of times, and that's the dark side. That's the dark side sometimes of the whole industry, is how business can kind of ruin the creativity a little bit. And for me, I feel like that was happening. And, I was finding this time in my life where I've been touring so much, and I wanted to spend time with my kid. And so I really started analyzing the type of songs and things that I wanted to do. So I kind of just went in this huge direction of like everything that I love. And I'm turning in probably like 80 to 100 songs a year as a writer.
Wow.
Just because I love to write, and especially when you're an artist, you're in a lot of rooms, and you're not building the track afterwards. You're just editing stuff and singing the vocal down at the end and trying to get as much music as you can. And obviously, it definitely becomes a job in a lot of ways, which is also a blessing and a curse. But for me, now this year, I'm working on a bunch of songs. On this collab record with Pitbull, which not really announced, but I guess I just said it. And I'm also doing a whole 15-song project with Mokita. I don't know if you know who he is. He's
hell yeah.
Dude, I
a
love
pop
Absolutely.
artist. So we're working on that together, and we're just doing everything in the box. And then me and Zach Abend He's been my producer forever as well, and him and I have about 6 songs that'll be in that package as well that we're working on, and everything's getting very close to the finish line. I'll have everything done before I head to Dublin on the 3rd, so we have a big week ahead, but it's, just really enjoying, kind of falling in love with it a little bit more. I think I go these pockets where I fall in love with music again.
Yeah. Fall out of it, fall out of love, and fall back in
there
love.
There it is.
So.
And then just, I don't know, just things keep happening randomly. I got some cuts coming out on other artists, which is really cool.
Hell yeah.
Which hasn't happened a lot to me because a lot of people just expect me to cut the songs. So
yeah.
That's been cool as well. So I'm excited. Raylan is opening for Jason Aldean, and I just saw yesterday she was playing one of my songs and has a dance to it and stuff, and she's on stage.
Damn.
And I was like, hell yeah. Like,
that's cool.
That's always a good sign.
That song's, yeah, I mean, that's probably going to come out.
Yeah, it's coming out on Big Machine. They picked it up, yeah. Nice. So I'm pumped on that. But just little things like that. I'm just always hustling and trying to just build this thing and enjoy it while I can. Because at the end of the day, whoever's chasing all this, like, it's a pain in the ass. It's not easy. Like, if it was easy, everyone would do this. Like, this is probably harder than being an athlete in a lot of ways just because of the chances you have in this town especially. But at the end of the day, if you can just stay true to who you are and, like, build it the way you want to, and which is easier said than done. I just feel like not giving up is the whole thing. I feel like if you just don't give up, you eventually will get there. I don't feel like the most talented people are at the top. I think it's the hardest working people are at the top.
I could not agree more, man. That's so true. So true.
I actually, like, Mokita was like my COVID artist that I found. Someone played me the London song, and I was like, man, I got to go find this. Yeah, and then I found your version of it, and I was like, I went on some deep dive. I'm like, how does Filmore know this guy? So, yeah, his stuff's so good. I have a couple of
lived
songs
together, right? For a little bit?
We did. He lived in the band house, yeah. We used to have a tour bus pick us up from that band house. Now it's torn down, but, yeah, it's a whole thing.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he's great.
Damn. All right, well, let's give it up for Marcus Crip singing his song. I have it right here.
Bullet in a Bible.
Bullet in a Bible. Thank you.
No problem. I got
you. I was green as the bags that I had packed. Tried to count the days, but I lost track. I knew that I'd be coming back, but didn't know how far away I'd go from my mind and my mom. And the boy I was when I got on that plane. A Bible and a rifle and a fresh pressed set of dog tags on a chain. You both to get to the other side. Your war don't care who's wrong or right. And just when you think it's over, you'll be fighting for survival between a bullet and a Bible. Now boots tucked back under my own bed, with screaming voices in my head. I try to read the word instead of letting the devil tell me grab that gun. Boy, just end it. You ain't strong enough to stand the pain. But Jesus calmed the water. When I hit my knees, I heard him say, you both get to the other side. The war don't care who's wrong or right. And just when you think it's over, you'll be fighting for survival between a bullet and a Bible. That rifle's in my closet, and that's where it's gonna stay. And that bullet is the bookmark in my Bible that I read every day. and both could take you to the other side. The war don't care who's wrong or right. And just when you think it's over, you'll be fighting for survival between a bullet and a Bible. Between a bullet and a Bible. Yeah, a bullet, Bible. Thanks, y'all.
Marcus Crip, everybody. Man, first of all, thank you for your service.
Thanks, man.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Thank you, guys. Happy Memorial Day, y'all.
Happy Memorial Day. It's very cool. Tell us a little bit about that song.
That song it kind of happened super organically. I don't know if you guys know a guy named Joel Shoemake, but he got a BMI Song of the Year with Family Man for Craig Campbell, and I ended up at the Commodore at a writer's round, and we hit it off, and I had no idea who this man was, but he was super cool. And I mentioned I was writing with a guy named Alex Dooley the next day. He was like, "Oh, I'll come." Okay, cool. No big deal. And then he showed up, and I found out who he actually was. With all these songwriter creds, writing Family Man with Craig Campbell and all these other banger songs, it's absolutely incredible. And I had no idea until he was in the writer room with me at the time. It was so dang cool. And then I came up. I did 6 years in the Army, went to Afghanistan, came back early. For lack of a better way to put it, I almost shot myself. And that's what that song is about. I brought all that to the writer's room, and Joel and Alex really helped me put that into words. And that's where that song came from. It's pretty cool. And the bullet that I actually almost shot myself with, I smuggled that mother back with me, and it's literally the bookmark in my Bible today.
Oh my gosh.
It's very cool. Yeah.
That's crazy. That is crazy. Give it up. Come on.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yeah. First of all, we were talking about working hard. You don't live here in Nashville. You flew in today. You live in Colorado Springs.
I do, yeah.
You flew in today for this show, and you're going to sleep at the airport, and you're flying back to get to work in Colorado tomorrow.
Yeah, I got to be at the Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs, Colorado at 6:30 in the morning.
Damn,
oh my
bro.
God.
Let's go.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Give it up, man. That's crazy.
Hell yeah.
That is crazy. First of all, thank you for coming out here.
Absolutely, thank you.
We appreciate it. Especially on Memorial Day, man. I think it's a cool way to celebrate all the fallen soldiers, all the heroes, and all the people that, get to, we get to do fun stuff because of y'all. So it really, thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you. I don't feel like I did a whole lot of anything. There's
well,
other people that did a hell of a lot more than I did, but I appreciate that.
No, 100%, man. Tell me a little bit about, obviously, it was a dark time. What, if you don't mind me asking, I mean, this is a podcast, like what kind of got you to that point in Afghanistan that you wanted to?
Yeah, to be completely transparent, at the time, we're doing 16-hour days. We just got there for a rotation at Bagram Air Base there in Afghanistan. I got put in charge of getting everybody driver's licenses so they could drive as if they're not adults already. And long days, and it's hot, it's miserable. There's mortars, you don't know what's going on. I had just gotten there too, so I didn't know what to expect. And I was going through a divorce at the time too. I got 3 babies now, 2 of them with my first marriage, and I didn't know when I was going to get to see my kids because she's something. She was something. We'll leave it there. And yeah, it really just got me to a point to where I felt as though if my benefits were able to be transferred to my kids at the time, they would be better off. And that's ultimately why I almost did it. And then I had a really awesome first sergeant. First Sergeant Weber, shouts out. He probably won't watch, but saved my life. Him and Staff Sergeant Smith absolutely saved my life. I appreciated that more each and every day I get to see my kids grow up now. So it's very cool. Yeah.
Wow, man, that's super heavy. So yeah, tell me a little bit about just what was the moment that you decided not to take your own life?
Honestly, it was a couple weeks later. I had my M4. We're fully loaded. I got 40 rounds on me, so I could take care of it for sure. And then went and seen Sergeant Smith, gave him my ammo.
And honestly, like I said, I hadn't decided that I wasn't going to. But I ended up coming back from Afghanistan early, got to see my kids without expecting it. And then kind of just gets to a point to where you start to see the things. You see the whys after being so deep into a dark hole at that point. And you, like I said, you see the whys. Like, this is why I shouldn't do it. And this is why I didn't do it. And then recently finding Jesus, I mean, I'm very religious now. I wasn't then at all. I felt as though I was by myself, and now I don't really feel that way. So that kind of helped me get to that point. So yeah, thank you all. Thank you so much.
Man, that's an. What are your kids' names?
I got a 10-year-old boy that I got a little later. His name's Hunter. 8-year-old boy named Killian, and a 6-year-old girl named Emmeline. And they are 2 handfuls. Both handfuls, man.
That is awesome, man. That is so cool. Well, I mean, I'm sure, you wake up every day with a different perspective now.
I do, yeah. And I was blessed with, obviously my kids are fantastic. My wife now, Ashley, is absolutely incredible. I was blessed with an incredible job. I work for Stagecoach US now, so I build the stages that y'all get to go play on all over the place.
Oh, wow.
We just started Coldplay in Stanford. We just started the build there, so it's super cool. I get to be a part of all that stuff and get to see how this stuff actually works, like you were talking about earlier. I get to see how the stage builds and the crew that actually goes into the ass of what's actually going on back there. And it gets you a whole new perspective, and it's so damn cool. It's so cool.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
What are your thoughts?
No, I mean, it was great. What a great day to play that song as well. I like the line, it does, war doesn't care who's wrong or right.
Right.
There were a lot of great lines in there. I definitely saw the imagery as well. It's probably not that easy to sing that.
It's really not.
Yeah, I kind of felt that a little bit. But yeah, man, you got through it, and appreciate you doing this and being a part of it. I don't have a lot of notes. Structurally, it was great, and the title's very cool. So
yeah, when you hear the story too behind the song, and it's like you still have that bullet, and it's the bookmark in your Bible, and like there's really little things like that. What was the bridge? If you don't mind, if you remember, I know it's hard to.
Yeah, the rifle's in my closet.
Yeah,
that's where it's gonna stay, and that bullet is the bookmark in my Bible that I read every day.
That's what it was. Yeah, that was my favorite part of the song, and it just kind of summed the whole thing up. Man, I feel like I could talk to you forever. Do you have any?
My flight don't leave till 5. So
do you have any advice for maybe somebody that is in a dark place right now that's thinking about taking their life? Do you have any advice for them?
Yeah, actually, yesterday I got news. One of my real good buddies took his own life. Literally yesterday. My buddy named Zach. Fucking hilarious, dude. Absolutely fantastic. So much fun. I live in Colorado, and I'm a St. Louis Blues fan. I actually grew up about 2 hours from you. I grew up in Carlisle, Illinois, about an hour on the other side of St. Louis.
Crazy.
And he was a blues fan in enemy territory, so we hit it off fantastically. Absolutely funny. And I realized very quickly that the people that try the hardest to make everybody else happy are the ones that need to be happy the most, And you really get to see, I kind of get a good analogy, kind of like a jelly roll hug. Everybody talks about how jelly rolls hugs are the best hugs in the world. And I have a perspective that I give great hugs, and I've been told that because I know what it's like to really need a hug. So I'm going to give you everything I got in that one hug, because I don't know if I'm going to hug you again. And from that perspective,
hug, man. I need a hug.
Yeah.
I need a hug.
He kind of moves in slow. He worked the left arm first. The right arm kind of creeped over. It had a nice pat to it.
You were
Did I
watching
see
technique.
Did I see a little massage?
Dude, I mean, no.
I don't know.
I
just want to know how good this hug
was.
was.
It was a great hug. But
thanks, man.
I just, there's... I mean this like there's something, and you can see there's pain in your eyes too, and you are a smiley, happy person.
Yeah.
But there's pain. You've been through shit, and I want you to know, man. Like there's a lot of people that love you. There's a lot of people that care for you. Thank you for being an inspiration to people that are going through a hard time, because you don't know what somebody's going through. You don't know what is a daily struggle for somebody every single day. We are so blessed to live in this country, and it's because of you. It's because of all your buddies, all the people that fight every single day to keep us free. Thank you.
Amen,
from the bottom of my heart, man. Yeah, it is a blessing to have you on the show.
Buddy.
You made the A-list 100%.
Oh, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
You got an eagle.
And when you're in Nashville, let me know. I'd love to have you back on the show.
Absolutely.
I know you got some good stories, but man, what do you think, man? Anything else?
No, great job, man. Honestly, are you doing the artist thing? You doing the songwriting? What is your whole goal here?
Originally, I just wanted to be a songwriter, and then I pushed a first single. I got to write it with a guy named Pete Salas, who wrote "Shut Up and Fish" for Maddie and Tay, or with Maddie and Tay, not for them, of course, because they're
Great song.
incredibly talented as well. But I got to be in a room with that guy. We wrote a song called "I Don't Drink Anymore." Big old redneck drinking song, just like country music's supposed to be. Pushed that out as my first single, and they liked it. So I got to go record 3 more songs for way more money than I should have spent on them. But I got 3. That's one of them. Bull in the Bible is one of them.
That's very cool.
So yeah, I'm ideally songwriter, but if the artist thing works, I'm cool with that too.
That's awesome, man. Well, Colorado's got a great music scene out there.
Yeah, it's got a great time in
so
Colorado.
just keep, plug yourself in there, play as much as you can live, and try to write with as many people here in Nashville. Again, I'm going to plug them again, but do download the Picker app because you can meet different songwriters, and next time you do, you won't have to overpay for your session. I'm not meaning to plug that. I genuinely believe in it. It's for people like you. Dude, I talked to a guy the other day. This guy was like, hey, man, I want to record a song, and they're charging me $9,000, and he was not from here, and I was like, what? But there's big business in Nashville, unfortunately, of people that prey on people like you, and that are wanting to prey on people that are trying to overpay for stuff. So I'm not about that. I don't believe in that shit.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's a whole game. You just got to be smart, protect yourself, and just make sure you're getting the best value out of what you're doing, and don't get taken advantage of, obviously. What's with the Restless hat?
Actually, I'm a huge fan of Restless Road. They were here last week.
Oh, yeah.
I freaking love Restless Road,
Cody's
man.
Cody's their drummer.
I freaking love Restless Road. Those boys are... It gives me the 90s Diamond Rio harmony stuff, but with the modern kind of poppy stuff.
Damn, I wish you were on their episode.
I know.
Shit,
I looked at my wife. I was like, damn it. Look who they got this week.
Next time.
Not that I'm not mad.
Well, go shake Cody's
Not that
hand.
I'm mad.
Hold on.
I
can. Okay, so do you like that song Bar Friends?
I love Bar Friends. That was what got me on, yeah.
I wrote that song.
Oh,
no shit.
There we go.
Hell yeah.
There you go.
That's
Cool.
awesome.
There's the full circle right there.
And I do have slower on my break.
Bar Friends is better, but I appreciate it.
I don't disagree.
Love that song. Shout out to Restless Road.
They're both on there, so you're getting all the royalties.
Let's
back.
go. Let's go.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh, the label is.
That's awesome.
Somebody's getting
Someone's making cash off of someone.
Well, Marcus, you're an inspiration to a lot of people. Thank you for coming on here, man. I appreciate
Hey, Jesus
you.
loves you. I love you. If you can hate for no reason, I can love you for any reason. So let me know if you need some love, all right?
He'll be by the door for 5 minutes if you want a hug.
I will be.
I want to finish off with one quick question. So, you signed a record deal. You mentioned it earlier. You left. You were able to leave because of the work you did before, the paperwork with your attorney before. And I just want to talk about this for a quick second. Nobody ever talks about this shit. How important it is to set yourself up like you did to, if you need to, get out of a situation. Can you explain a little bit maybe to an artist that's about to sign a record deal? What advice do you have for somebody that's about to sign a deal?
I can't really use... I had to sign an NDA, so hold on.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
see, this is what they do. They make you sign NDAs so nobody can talk about it.
No. Look, I'm very grateful. No, I'm very grateful for, it's my decision at the end of the day. And so what I've done, what I did independently, then what I did with the record label, there's so much upside that I take away from it now that sometimes when you're in the moment you don't realize is an upside. And I feel like, it's always good to try. I mean, you're going to miss all the shots you don't take. So, at the end of the day, I felt that at that time that was the right decision for me. And it just didn't work out. And that's okay. And a lot of people will hang their hat up after that and be like, well, okay, off to something else. But that's never been my path or my goal. I will not stop doing this the rest of my life. I will sell out stadiums. I will build this until the wheels fall. I mean, I'll do everything I possibly can. And keeping that mentality and holding true to that, no matter how hard and how dark things get, is really what keeps you driving through. I think anybody that's looking at a record deal right now, let's just be smart. I'm not against record deals. I'm not against anything. Whatever your path is, I just feel like put good people around you, try to make the best decision for you, and calculate your risk. I think at the end of the day, with any label deal, I think that's put in front of you. If people are trying to move really fast, then maybe they don't want you that much. And honestly, they're trying to take advantage of you. Just like watch for signs of things like that and do the best you can to really try to trust the people. You got to take chances, though. I mean, like, if this is the deal and you don't know if there's another opportunity and you think that's the chance you have, take it. Try to protect yourself the best you can, but know that, you got to really want it, and you got to know that whatever happens here, you're going to keep doing it. And I hope nothing you choose in that moment makes you give up later. And you know what? A lot of those moments and record deals have worked out for people in amazing ways. And currently, in my current record deal, it's been amazing. And, my last record deal, I think, was a stepping stone to being able to be in the position I am in this one. So at the end of the day,
everything happens for a reason.
At the end of the day, like, I'm not really negative against anything. I just feel
and I wasn't meaning it to be negative. I'm just like, you set yourself up, and like, I love what you said. It was a stepping stone to the next thing, and that's how life is. And man, it is an honor to have you on here.
Dude,
you do it right. You're somebody in this town that everybody loves. I've never heard a bad thing about you. You know how to work your way through the business. You keep your head up above all freaking bullshit, and I love you, brother. So
love you back.
Give it up for Filmore.
Austin Burke, everybody.
My name is Austin Burke. Dean Purificato. This is Playlisted. Thank you so much.
All right, I'll take that hug now. I don't know where you're at, but